What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the silliest podcast you will ever listen to. My name is Fizz, and today we are going to be talking about a certain book series that I read as a kid called the Warrior Cat series, because, oh my god, these should not be allowed in elementary schools at all. Not just because they're because they're bad, because of how brutally murder they are. Like, Jesus Christ. It is scary. Like, these are, like, aimed towards children's books, but these should have a better warning on them, because some of the deaths that are in these books scarred me as a little tiny itty bitty child, because oh my god, awful. They are, like, bloody and gross, and that's probably why I am the way I am. But anyways, so first off, these books are like 20 plus fucking years old, and there's like a billion of them. And I'm not going to get into which ones like you should read first, because I don't know the chronological order, nor do I really want to care. But pretty much the basis of these books is that there's 4 and then later 5 different of like these clans of these cats that live in like the forest and shit, and they have like hierarchy systems. Also, first series there's, child labor, child murder, all this fun stuff. I mean, someone literally dies in the prologue of the first book. So it's like, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, and did I mention they have religion? Isn't that fun?
Jesus.
Yeah, I wonder if there was a cat crucifixion. Like, were there cats that were crucified, or like, what was there a cat Jesus?
I don't know.
What would his
Apparently in this
what
book
was his
there was a
naming
Jesus.
system? What would their naming system be? Like, what would Jesus's warrior name be?
The Holy One.
A star. Just a holy star. The creator of everything. Anyways, I'm getting off track. Yeah, pretty much it's the story of this kitty pet, which are pretty much just house cats, named Rusty, who goes on and literally becomes,
Cat Jesus.
the main character of everything. Like, if he does something wrong, it's later revealed that, it was the right decision and he should have done that. And it's like, bruh, let the man fuck up. Well, he's kind of dead now, but yeah, whatever. Anyways, but these books are actually really good, considering all the blood and shit.
Isn't there cat incest too?
Yes, I mean, literally, Gray Stripe's parents were siblings, so yeah.
Why do they make fun of poor Crooked Jaw?
Because ableism, duh.
Duh.
Yeah, there's going to be lots of topics of lots of interesting things.
Very violent topic.
Yeah, it's gonna be, some topics in this are gonna include like vivid descriptions of gore, self-incest, like incest, all that crazy things, homophobia, ableism. Just, they sprinkled in a little bit of everything in there.
Yeah,
Just a little bit of racism in there as well. Just, why not? Toss that in there.
How can there be cat racism?
Tribes.
Oh. Okay, that's cat racism.
Just, oh, okay, that's cat racism. But yeah, these books should definitely be targeted towards a more mature audience, not third graders. They should at least be 5th grade and up because of how violent in nature the books are and just the writing in general. It's more of a older book, considering these are like thick chapter books. Which I'm not saying you can't read thick chapter books in elementary. I'm just saying that it's like, bro, these books, I should not have been handed this book at the ripe age of 8. But I mean, literally in the first series, the main villain, Tiger Star, literally gets, gutted like a fish. And it's like, oh my god. And it's like in vivid detail too. Hold up. But yeah, it is gruesome.
By like, isn't it like Firestar's like brother at some point?
Half brother.
Half brother.
Yeah. Gets killed by the Firestar's half brother, who decided to become, since he was bullied as a kid, just decided, hey, I'm gonna murder people now. Yeah, this is literally.
Then use my collar as a show of dominance by putting dog teeth in it.
Yes, sir. Like, that's obviously how you show your dominance, guys. But this is directly from the book. One blow to his shoulder unbalanced Tiger Star. He fell onto his side, exposing his belly, and Scourge's vicious claws sank into his throat. Blood welled out as the smaller cat ripped him down to the tail with a single slash. And then, I'm not gonna read it, like, all of it, because copyright. Anyways, a desperate scream of fury erupted from Tiger Star, then broke out with ghastly choking sound. His body convulsed, limbs and tail flailing. For a heartbeat, a stillness settled over him. And then Firestar knew he was falling into the trance of a leader who lost a life. Not even StarClan could heal this terrible wound. Scourge stood back and fuck that. Scourge stepped back and watched coldly as Tiger Star's body convulsed again. The dark red blood kept flowing, spreading across the ground in a ceaseless tide. Again, the mess. Firestar wanted to cover his ears so he didn't have to listen anymore, but he was frozen in the spot. Again, the mass of Tabby's body grew still for a heartbeat, but the wound was too terrible to yield a healing trance. Another spasm seized Tiger Star's body. His claws tore up clumps of grass in agony. And it's like, that is a kid's book! What?
Why are you describing it in such high detail?
And bro had to relive that 9 times. Like, oh my god.
Because Darkman's like,
Even they didn't want to touch it, like, But children's book. You just got to witness children's book of this motherfucker dying 9 times. Choking and gagging on his own blood as he fucking had to relive it 9 times, spasming out in front of his 2 children, might I add. Like, oh my god. Oh my god. I don't know how little me read that with like a straight face. Like, oh my god. Reading that now gave me shivers because of how detailed it was. Like, oh my god. It was just like, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. But I mean, also Swiftpaw's death, getting brutally mauled by dogs because Blue Star. Fuck Blue Star, by the way. Blue Star hater all the way through and through. Anyways. But him getting mauled to death by dogs protecting fucking Brightheart because he wanted to prove his loyalty to ThunderClan was like, oh my god. Blue Star, if you're watching this, I hope you die. Just kidding. You're already dead. Loser. But, fucking hell. I don't know how she could look at this kid and be like, oh yeah, so since he was like trained by this guy, he's obviously evil too, even though he showed like zero intent on being evil. He must be evil too. Like, girly, what? I know you was going crazy, but girly, what? Like, come on, man. A bit unnecessary if you ask me. Bit unnecessary. I mean, overall, these books are just kind of, they're gruesome and just, oh my goodness. Like, holy shit. I don't know how little me read these and was not more traumatized than I already am. Like, Jesus fuck. Especially Feathertail's fucking death when she had to fucking grab that, like, rock and stab the mountain lion in the back with it and then fucking died. Like, oh my goodness.
I don't think I made it that far.
It's only series 2, my boy.
I barely even finished the book series 1.
Bruh. I'm on series 4. And there's a series 7 being made. But just there was a lot of unnecessary detail in some of the books. Like, yeah, sure, it sets the scene, like, quite a bit, but also, if you're gonna make these books that violent, rate them higher on, like, the maturity scale, if that's even a fucking thing.
I think that's only a movie thing.
Shut the fuck up. But, like, Jesus Christ. They had no right making them that bloody. Like, good God. But overall, I think that, like, the newer books, they're kind of falling, not gonna lie. Like, some of the plot doesn't make sense. Some of the wording, like, some cats will come back to life after being dead for a few books, and it's like, what? Like, you were just dead a second ago. Like, what? But, I mean, other than that, it's just, like, they're cool. I don't really have much to, like, say other than that.
Spoiling.
Yeah, without, like, spoiling a crap ton. And also, I don't want to look up other stuff because I'm still, on season 4 myself. I'd say it's a pretty good book series if you want to, like, read something like that.
Make sure to introduce it to your toddler.
Yeah, make sure to introduce it to your infant children and make them read it. Have that be the first book that you give them in 3rd grade. Keep the generational trauma. Keep the generational. Yes, sir. But other than that, I'd say that the books are actually really cool. And you should definitely give them a read, definitely. Even though the plot sometimes doesn't make a whole lot of sense. The world building, yeah. But the world building is pretty cool. There's a bunch of different characters. Some of the villains are actually really well put together. So, I'd go give it a read. Even though it's, kind of cats, but I bet if it was like a human book instead of cats, a lot more people would read it. Because it's pretty much just Game of Thrones, but with cats instead. And they also have an official website where you can, like, go and do shit. Like, there's, like, different quizzes and little games and stuff that, you can go look at. So, I'd check it out. I would check it out. Tiger, what the fuck?
And if we get you into it, not our fault.
Yeah, like, It was just a suggestion. You didn't have to, but anyways, but I think that's about it. Well, I guess that's it. Remember, folks, stay silly. And if someone talks shit about you, they obviously are insecure about their own life. So don't fucking listen to them.